Jim Roemer, Dr. Weather, with your exclusive bar chart report ahead of the big USDA June 30th planted acreage numbers. Let's talk about the climatic factors that are going to be influencing our Corn Belt and soybean belt weather this summer, not just El Nino, and also a quick look at what history says about these reports. And we have a new newsletter out that's much less expensive than Weather Wealth for farmers and traders and hedgers around the world. You can download it, get some free issues at Climatelligence. More weather-related information, long-range forecasts for global commodities. Not a lot of trade ideas, but still general information about what markets could do following the weather. So, first of all, rapidly developing El Nino there in the upper left, right? Very strong positive global angular momentum. Think of a skater with their arms far apart that's moving more slowly than the atmosphere, which is moving more quickly. And that tends to reduce hurricanes when the atmosphere moves more quickly. And also affects our weather pattern with El Nino strengthening more quickly as well. Indian dipole warming near Indonesia there, number two, cooling off the coast of Africa, has huge implications for Corn Belt weather, as well as cocoa, coffee, sugar, things like that. And the record positive AO index, a vortex sitting over the South Pole, not moving north, means no freeze for the coffee growing areas of northern Brazil. Did produce some pretty wet weather for a while. Things are improving though for the harvest. And the Pacific Transition Index, unbelievable, the strong high pressure ridge over Europe. Look what corn prices have done over the last few weeks or so, soaring 20 to 30% in Europe, but not so much for the Midwest Corn Belt. And that's because we're going to see this high pressure ridge that you see developing here in a second, really going to be retrogressing out to the west before the middle part of July. There's that blue trough bringing good rains soon to the northwest Corn Belt that's been dry in parts of Canada. Look at this huge dome developing over the eastern part of the country that really hasn't excited the natural gas market because of bearish EIA numbers coming up here the next couple of weeks, and also the heat's going to eventually kind of ease. So if you watch this closely, you're going to see there, right there in the lower, there it is, 94 dome over the eastern Corn Belt and Northeast. But look how by July 5th or 6th, it goes back to the southwest there. A northwest flow, generally favorable weather for the corn and soybean crop. Could that change though? And how will August be for the soybean crops and pretty much around the world for all commodities? Again, we ask you to get a interesting subscription, very inexpensive. Download some free issues of our climate intelligence newsletter. Again, this is our second newsletter. Weather Wealth that's been around for about 7 or 8 years, is updated frequently with all sorts of options, futures, and trade ideas. We bearish corn from the 480 level about a month and a half ago. Coffee and cocoa, huge moves on the weather. Will things change? Again, we'd love to have you as a subscriber. We've been doing this for 40 to 45 years, and we'll keep you on top of a lot of these markets. Real quickly, as far as the USDA crop or planted acres report goes, again, this is not written in stone, but the U.S. corn estimate 6 times has been bearish surprises, 4 times bullish over the last 10 years. For soybeans, 7 times been bullish, 3 times been bearish estimates. And cotton's kind of mixed, 50-50. We don't like guessing at these reports right now, but the market will turn right around and look back at the weather after these particular reports. In the last 10 years, the biggest moves we've seen has been 40 cents or more on a June 30th surprise. Biggest bear surprise is 34 cents back in 2022. Look at soybeans in 2023, a bullish June 30th acres report. Beans were up 90 cents. Biggest down move 26 cents. So expect some surprises, but then we'll turn ourselves back to the weather. That will be the main driving force for much of these, many of these markets over the next 3 or 4 months. Enjoy and be safe.